Now, if you've been following TMP, the knife show, for a number of years, you know I used to go way overboard in testing the knives. This one has gone out on about 5 outings.
Sweet.
Some chips in the blade. Tested in the wilderness. But finding that footage, Tactical Doodle, might be a little bit difficult.
It's somewhere in the archives.
Somewhere in the archive. I bought this knife, TMP bought this knife in 2012.
Whew.
Long time ago.
That's back there.
And actually, let's get this out of the way. This is my second one because I was doing tip testing, as I sometimes do with your mother. But, and I broke the tip off. Yeah, and I sent it back to Tops. No questions asked. They replaced it.
Sweet.
This is a second one. So I'm counting between those 2 blades. So 5 outings between the 2. This one by itself has like 2 or 3.
Sweet.
But it's ancient in the project. Why didn't I review it till now? No good reason. It's been sitting beside the table forever.
Just own up and kind of forgot.
Yeah. And, you know, we get into big blades at times in the Nut Fancy project. And I guess one reason is I don't want to beat you guys up with a bunch of awesome blades that maybe you need, maybe you don't.
Yeah.
We use them. We like them. This one's going to go back with TD. Yeah. What are you going to use it for? I'm
definitely not going to swish it around in my living room pretending I'm an assassin.
How would that sound, by the way?
Oh, he's so fast and unstoppable.
You better clear the area around you. Make sure no dognesses are around you. This thing is a chopper.
Yeah.
And it is, again, called the Tops Armageddon.
Armageddon.
Armageddon. A great name, by the way. That is a great name. Thumbs up for the name. This is what we talk about all the time. Give your knife, give your watch, your gun a cool name.
Yeah, for real.
Come on now. That's a great knife. That's a great name. We love it. Okay, what would you use this for? Standard big blade stuff in the project to minimize workload in the woods.
Yeah. When
you need a big knife. I will usually opt, still to this day, for a big survival knife like this, paired up with a field knife, like a lightweight stainless steel, maybe not stainless steel, but usually stainless steel camp knife, fixed blade, and of course all my sundry knives that I carry, and a wilderness saw. It's a system that works.
That takes care of what you need to do.
Yeah, you can build shelter with that. You can get inside of logs when it's snowing to find the dry wood and split like we've been showing for a way long time here in the project. It's a survival knife.
It does plus 20 damage to undead and unholy creatures
in the video games, yeah. So when you go with the Tops Armageddon, it's a plus 20 damage.
Oh yeah, dude.
And that takes us to the next philosophy of use, fighting knife. I would say absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And look at the lock-in. One of the benefits of the design of the handle. Look how that locks in right here. Really excellent for that philosophy of use. Collecting, sure. Survival kit, too damn heavy. It's 1 pound, 14 ounces, y'all, with the sheath and the knife.
It's chunky.
It's too heavy. I don't incorporate big blades like this into our BOKs. Have you put it in your BOK, a big knife like this? It's too, you ain't going to be carrying this around. This would be the first thing you take out of your BOK when you're traveling 200 miles and you throw it alongside the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it for philosophies of use. And just if you like collecting big knives and comparing them, I think it's super affordable for what you're getting.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not super. Let's not say the S word. It's affordable. It's around 200-ish.
I like the idea behind it.
U.S. produced 1095 survival knife.
It's well done. It's like an American machete.
Yeah.
So it's kind of for our continent because we don't get to just hack through super easily undone trees and foliage.
So we said Armageddon. Let's say the name Trace Ronaldi that way. Trace Ronaldi?
Trace Ronaldi. I wish I could do the deep telephone.
Ronaldi. Ronaldi? Ronaldi? Nice markings on the blade. Kind of a crinkle finish on a very rustable but very capable basic steel. It's 1095, guys. You know this. 1095 is one of our favorite steels. As you can see, we're wearing some chips in it from our use. I mean, we worked this. We were like splitting logs with it, de-limbing, shaving with it. Well, okay, not shaving with it, but
good try.
Other crazy stuff.
Honestly, it seems like a real fun, like a dick around blade. You just go out and hack and chop and
I used to be that way in TMP. I used to like, oh man, working knives is fun. After doing it for like this long, it's a lot of work. Like processing a log, let's say you're processing a 12-foot log, you're going to be working your ass off. Whether you have a real capable blade like this or not. And 1/4 inch thick, tapering down, crinkle finish again. Big old blade, dude. That's a 10.6 inch blade on this, 1095 steel, recurved. And I'm going to say something slightly negative here because I like a flat blade like the RTAC 2, like the SP50 Ontario Spec Plus. I like that better. So when I was split with this, I was kind of like going, man, I kind of wish I didn't have the curve in it. Honestly, because it was like angling and it wasn't perfect in that particular task. Now, if you're doing an accelerated cut, and dude, for a fighting knife, that recurve is awesome. It's kind of like Indian, Persian recurve. Fantastic. Survival knife, I don't know. I kind of like a straighter blade. Flat ground from this portion here. There's a tip right here. Nice look at the wear and tear on the Trace Rinaldi Armageddon. That sounds awesome. You got some jimping right here, which I loved. Now, notice in the philosophy of use, we said combat blade. We're going to stick by this. This is like a fighting full-scale Bowie knife. Albeit it's heavy. It's not going to be super fast and super maneuverable. But in that philosophy of use, this works good. The double choil, you have a forward choil here. I recommend glove usage on that. You can choke back here, get more leverage. Man, I'm having a hard time speaking today. And you can lock in with the jimping. So it's a really, high traction blade. For wilderness use, I hated it.
Really?
Yeah, I did not like this because I was getting battered. So as I'm chopping, it's just battering my index finger. So I came back here and held, but then I got battered by this point.
I have heard people say it's kind of small.
The handle?
Yeah,
small. It is.
That's cramped.
That is a good critique, and I will side with that.
Just add like another inch of handle, and then you can call it the Armageddon footlong.
It would be about a foot long because
it would be right there.
Would you keep the blade length the same?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, if they added another inch, because again, it's a heavy blade already, I'd be happy with that. But I had a hard time finding and chopping a place on this handle where I wouldn't get battered. Enough said on that. Okay, and I do rant about this all the time. The handle material is some of my favorite. Unfinished, unpolished micarta. High traction. When it gets wet, it's even more high traction. It's a perfect olive drab gray. And Tops does a great job with their handle scales. They're always perfectly milled. On the side at least, notice no hot spots here. White liners on this one. Torx, if you wanted to take the handle scales off, you could turn this into a wilderness spear, although I think it's a bit heavy for that. Double lanyard hole, you can see we put unhollowed 550 cord out, and I did use that. You can hammer with a pommel as well. Obviously full tank. It's a good knife, really is. Here's the sheath, super quick. I love the sheath on this. Plenty of wear and tear in the Nut and Fancy project on it. One thing I would do, as I always say, is get rid of the Velcro and put snaps on. Velcro gets weeds and seeds in it, and then it gets ice, and it ices over, and it won't close anymore. I hate it, and it wears out. Over time, it wears out. So I hate the Velcro, but I like the sheath overall. It's lightweight. How much did we pay for this? Nah, I didn't pay $310 for that. That's MSRP. I wouldn't pay $310 for this knife. No way.
Going rate, sub 200.
Yeah. So there's the specs right there once again.
It's not a bad sheath. I just think at the price point, you could argue you deserve some Kydex or something for it.
Good point. Well taken. Yeah, so don't look at the MSRP. Around 200 street. We'll put a link below. It is a good knife. I would say I like the Molly. I like the lightweight. That's my main point on this sheath. Because I don't really strap these large blades to my side and go hiking around. They're going to go in the backpack, so I need a streamlined sheath. This fills the bill. Yeah, but you're saying, hey, it could be a better sheath, higher quality, more second cool. I'm with that.
Well, with the options they have too, I'm kind of surprised they don't just... Like, if you order it direct from them, they even have camo as an option. They can camouflage the blade.
That's super cool.
They do that, like... they'll kind of sculpt this a little bit and add some striations for more grip.
Oh, yeah. That would actually be cool. So if they like do some cuts, side cuts in the handle. Oh, yeah, that camo version, show it to them real quick. So this is a camo Tops Armageddon.
Armageddon!
That looks rad.
That's pretty cool.
Really cool. And then you have a front pocket, put in there whatever you want, sharpening stone, fire making stuff, candy bar, which TD does. All worn up. I don't mind the sheath. It could be improved. Competitive offerings. It's been a long time since we've reviewed a large survival knife. Other than the buoys we've been doing. We have been doing some buoy knives, but they're not really...
Bowies.
Bowies.
It's pronounced bowies.
Bowies. They're not really designed as outdoor blades. Coming to mind would be the amazing Bark River Shining Mountain Bowie knife.
Shannon Mountain.
Also the Rio Grande.
It's Rio Grande.
By the way, those are more than this blade. They're going to be 300 plus, probably around 330 to about 400, depending on which one you get. So this is a steal compared to that. See how I put that in, the word steal?
Yeah, it was good.
How about this? Cold Steel Laredo.
Smoking.
This is also a fighting knife. It's not really an outdoors blade. It's something we have convenient. But you can see size-wise how it compares against the Rinaldi Armageddon.
Rinaldi Armageddon.
About the same size. Look at that. It's almost identical.
Wow.
Yeah. Which one would you want to go in a knife fight with?
Oh, definitely the Laredo.
Yeah, me too. This thing is wicked. Fast.
Lighter. Sharper.
Higher speed.
Better for penetration at least.
Yeah. Double guard. Then I've got A-grip on it once again. Duracoated, not Cerakoted in this one. That's that's Black Hawk Coyote Tan, that color. Speaking of awesome sheaths, that's a Red Hill Kydex that we had commissioned.
See?
Cool, but it adds weight, dude.
Yeah.
This is the thicker Kydex, and this adds a lot of weight. It's super cool. I mean, it's awesome, but... oh, they could put a plastic sheath like Cold Steel does.
Yeah.
And then last competitive offering, because we didn't get you a lot, stuff we've talked about before, is, of course, the Nepalese Kukri. You didn't see that one coming, did you, TD? Look at how thick that is.
That's pretty cool.
Do you know what steel this is made out of, TD?
Legitimate. This is made like the legendary...
See if you know. I know you're going to say something funny, but...
I was about to mention the Tom Brown tracker. Because in that one, the guy in the movie does that.
Smelted in the woods.
He finds a car's leaf spring.
Oh, that's what it's made out of.
Yeah.
It's a truck leaf spring. This is spring steel. That's what it's made out of. So, Kukri, Nepalese Kukri. This thing will take an arm off. It'll take a leg off.
Dude, you can find some cool ones of these.
These things are awesome.
The ones I...
Go watch my review posted like 10 years ago on the Nepalese Kukri. Maybe not that long ago. What were you saying?
They have the old Nepalese ones from the government. Mm-hmm. That company bought it out. Yeah. So I've seen a couple people do their displays with these crossed and stuff, like 100-year-old pieces, but... Dude.
These are fantastic blades, and they've gone up in price, though. Yeah. They used to be super affordable, and they keep going up, and they're capable.
I think the secret
different knife. This is a Kukri, this is a survival knife. We're just kind of kidding around, but it's fun to revisit how awesome the Kukri is. This thing will chop like a mow.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. It will fell. It's just a real chopper. Now, splitting a lock, I'd rather have this one. I mean, even with this recurve, it would dominate this in the lock split. This is just kind of real funky to split with. Because it ain't straight. What's this figure right here, by the way?
That's I found that digging around in the closet. It's the concept Boba Fett from Ralph McQuarrie's art back in the day. They even have a picture of him on the back.
What's the date on it?
2007.
Wow,
that's older than I thought.
Yeah, so that's a 2000 concept Boba Fett. That's a 3.75 inch figure.
Yeah,
we're really loving the 6-inch figures with the Black Series. So here's a Hoth Trooper. We'll give most of these figures double thumbs up. Not the movies, but the figures are fantastic. Higher detail, more posability. They come with more accessories. Their vehicles that fit in this one are, man, they're awesome. Freaking huge.
My gosh.
They're huge. We may review one. So stay subbed. Keep watching. This is a Swatch. Swatch. Bee Candy, I think, is the name of it.
It's really interesting.
Super fun. It's a super fun watch.
Tactile.
Yeah.
It's fun to fidget with.
I'm glad you like that strap because you cannot take it off. It is for that watch. Look at the...
Yeah.
Look at how it attaches here. It's like proprietary.
Puzzled lugs.
Really a fun watch. Okay, loom. I bought it at Joma Shop, but they're all sold out, so it doesn't really matter. There you go. We got to end. Thanks so much once again. See you next video.